Now before I get into it, I'd like to state that Lucy isn't my favorite character. She's not even in my top 10. She has flaws and can come off as an annoying female protagonist. Honestly, she has a lot of the same problems that many main female anime characters have. She's weak. This one gets me every time. Hating on Lucy for not being as strong as Natsu, Gray, or Urza. Indeed, compared to many of the main characters, Lucy comes off as weak and underpowered. But honestly, how are people surprised by this? Most of the characters have been with the guild practicing to be mages since childhood. They have years of experience on her. She goes to the guild at 17, and while she may have had a bit of training, she hasn't had nearly as much as most of the others. Lucy hasn't been going on missions since she was a kid. She wasn't trained by a dragon or an S-ranked mage. That she's able to even survive the type of mission she ends up on is impressive. Moving on to her powers, they just aren't meant to be overwhelming like Natsu's. She's not a dragon slayer, so why compare her to someone on that level? If your expectations are going to be that high, then it's no wonder you find her weak. Her magic just isn't meant to come off as powerful. Adding to that, I think her magic skills are stronger than people give her credit for. At first, Lucy can only summon familiars as friends, but now she can use them in combat. Also, she seems to have become a pretty decent strategist, knowing which familiar to call out in directing battles. Not to mention the times her familiars have saved the team. Lucy will never be the character to win a fist fight. It's not who she is, nor will it ever will be. Expecting her to be is just setting yourself up for disappointment. She's spoiled. Okay, not sure where this one comes from. Perhaps because she came from a rich family? Or maybe because her father and Lucy had issues. That doesn't make her spoiled. Being born into a wealthy family isn't her fault. Honestly, it's a ridiculous thing to blame her for. I've seen the argument she was rich, yet she ran away not realizing what she had. Newsflash, money isn't everything. She left because she was unhappy. She didn't care about the money. Lucy didn't go around bragging that she came from a family with money. Natsu and Happy didn't even know for a long time. Getting to her supposedly being spoiled because she and her father didn't get along. Okay, every family has problems. That doesn't make someone spoiled. Actually, many times wealthy families have more problems than most. They rarely discuss their issues, instead using and relying on money to fix their problems. Lucy and her father are both at fault for their issues. Her father was negligent, while Lucy didn't understand why he couldn't be around more. Did Lucy go about things the wrong way? Yes, definitely. But calling her spoiled is a bit much. Yeah, Lucy can come as a bit vain about her looks. But she's not a bad person or spoiled. She's shown herself to be caring and compassionate. She's genuinely a good person. Not some spoiled brat that people try to make her out to be just because they did. She's just for fan service. Admittedly, it's one of the main problems I had with not just Lucy, but Fairy Tail as a whole. Fan service is fine and all, but Fairy Tail uses it way too much. That said, saying Lucy is just for fan service makes it out to be as if she's the only one. I could say every character is overused for fan service. Most of the guys are always shirtless while in battle. The girls are usually stripped down to bare essentials when fighting. So let's not make it out as if it's just Lucy. I do find Lucy's everyday wear to be a bit ridiculous, but I mostly blame that on the designer. Besides, it's not as if Lucy's the worst. Kana is dressed in a bikini top most of the time. Brandish is in a bikini. So if you want to use this to hate on Lucy, make sure you're using it to hate on the rest of the characters. I will agree that Lucy probably gets the most fan service on Fairy Tail. Yet, that's just because she gets the most screen time out of the other female characters. Anytime the others females appear, they are used for fan service to the same extent. As to Lucy only being a fan service character, false. Stated above, I said that she would never be the greatest fighter or strongest magic user, but in no way is she only used for fan service. She's had character development and storylines. Phantom Arc comes to mind, along with plenty of other episodes and arcs. The fan service argument comes off as a weak excuse to show dislike for the character, especially with the fan service we get for every Nalu shipping. This one to me is really annoying. Okay, I don't like the Nalu ship either, but to hate on a character for who some people ship her with. Easily the dumbest reason I've ever heard. I prefer Lisana x Natsu, but I'm not going to hate Lucy over Nalu being a ship that a fandom created. That's the worst part. People want to hate on a character for a ship that doesn't even exist in canon. Come on now. This doesn't even make sense. Shipping isn't even a big part of the show. It's not Lucy's fault that some want to see her and Natsu get together. Shipping is based on opinions. Everyone has different ships. But in no way should someone use this as a basis to hate on a character. No one is forcing you to ship Nalu. It's not canon, so there really should be no reason to hate on Lucy because you dislike it and other people ship it. Like I said, I ship Lisana and Natsu. Just because people out there ship Natsu with someone else isn't going to make me hate that character. I respect people's opinions. I may not agree, but it's their right to ship who they want. With Natsu and Lucy being the main characters, many casual viewers would think they should get together. It happens in almost every fandom. Some people just like shipping the main characters together. You don't have to like the ship. But hating a ship and then pushing that hate onto a character is a bit much. Especially when it isn't even a canon pairing. It's your right to dislike a character. I just prefer someone to have actual good reasons for the dislike. Simply that you find Lucy annoying or that you think she's overrated. That's enough. But saying things like she's useless or a spoiled brat just isn't true. Lucy isn't useless. Has she had bad moments? Does comparing her to Natsu or Urza make her look weak? Yes, of course. That doesn't make her useless. She's saved the group with her celestial magic and her intelligent mind multiple times. Just because her magic isn't flashy or cool-looking doesn't make her useless. Simply because she's not the best fighter doesn't make her useless. There's plenty of other mages who aren't fighters, Levi, Wendy, etc. Yet, you don't see them catching hate or being called useless. That's because they have other strengths other than being a fighter, just like Lucy does. Not to mention, if you have read the manga you'd know Lucy isn't useless. The truth is Lucy faces the same problem other main female anime characters face. Because they aren't as powerful as their teammates, it automatically makes them useless. A perfect example would be Sakura from Naruto. Because she's not as powerful as Sasuke and Naruto, people think she's useless. Lucy is the same way. She's not as powerful as Natsu, Gray, or Urza. So people say she's useless. Wrong. She simply brings a different set of skills to the team. Lucy isn't the terrible character that people make her out to be. She's got her flaws like every anime character. Doesn't mean she should be hated. But that's just my